Alright, well, since this whole Amber Cole thing has really gotten out of hand, you know, I'm just gonna clear a few things up though. Okay, all the people saying she didn't commit a crime, she didn't break a law. Yes, she did. I mean, sure, in your mind, oh, she did nothing wrong because you were probably doing the same thing at her age, sure. But in reality, she did do something wrong. Depending on what the age of consent is in Tennessee, she can be charged with fornication. She can be charged with indecency, a lot of stuff. Sexual acts in a public place. It's so many things she could be charged with at a very young age. And he can be charged as well. The boy can be charged, not only distributing child pornography and things of that nature. He can be charged with statutory rape depending on the age of consent, things like that. Yeah, it is kind of a big deal. And as for the girl putting herself out there on Twitter, I'm not sure how smart that was. Sure, in the beginning she seemed as if she was trying to clear her name and clear some things up. But I felt like a more ladylike thing for her to do would have been to just, just not say anything at the moment. Let her all the people who are dealing with that now, like her mother, and of course I guess her mother says she has a lawyer, let them deal with that. Because it doesn't matter how many times she would have said, I did this because of this, I did this because of that, I'm not a hoe, I'm not a hoe. If a person has that in their mind already, then you saying you're not a hoe is not going to faze them. At the end of the day, they're still going to think you're a hoe. But anyway, seeing as this is very controversial, I'm really not going to say anything about the moral issues dealing with this, because I feel like enough has already been said. I will say this though, I'm not on the leave Amber Cole alone side all the way. I feel that we should not bully her, don't call her a hoe, don't call her out of her name, because things happen. But at the same time, I do feel like she needs to understand that it's not cool to do stuff like that. Like, okay, sure. I mean, and then how good are we giving her all of this attention? Like, yeah, she's getting attention off of bad things, but the fact of the matter is she's still getting attention. She's probably a worldwide name right now. She's on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. So, like, what message are we sending out? But I don't know. I feel like just females should really think about the things that they do, especially females. You can't do everything like that. I mean, even behind closed doors, because things are going to get out sooner or later anyway. But I feel like, she probably needs to be talked to. She says she doesn't have a father. Hey, it's sad, but a lot of teenagers don't have a father, especially teenage girls. But at the same time, that doesn't give her an excuse to go out and do things that, she shouldn't do. But, all in all, I'm not going to say too much about this. It's whatever. I'm just going to leave this whole topic alone before I get too much deep into it. But Miss Amber Cole, I hope you get through this, Hey, people are going to talk about you no matter what. They probably talked about you before. I'm sure they're talking about you now. So you just really got to keep your head up, whatever. And just really take this experience and learn from it. I mean, I understand you're sexually active, you're going to do things like that. But you know what? There's a time and a place for everything. And, if you love this dude or whatever, I don't know what the case is. I don't know what you was doing the sexual acts for. But for future reference, if you love the dude or whatever, or if he's your boyfriend and he's trying to talk to you, whatever, if he wants you to do it in front of his friends, no, he's nothing for you. You don't want him. And if you were doing a sexual act for material type things, you don't have to do that either. You're bringing yourself to a level of prostitution. I'm sure you're better than that. So, I'm not going to say much more. Yeah. Bye, y'all. Lord.